All right, Nick, when you are ready, please introduce yourself, introduce your own, give a countdown for the timer, and we will get started.
Brilliant. Hello, everyone. I am Nick RP Green. You may remember me from such runs yesterday as James Bond 007 Everything or Nothing. And here I am back with another Generation 6 classic, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Last year, I just decided to start playing some old retro games on stream. And of those games, James Bond and this were the two that I really wanted to do and then learnt the speedruns for, and I really enjoyed them. It's my first ever marathon run of Lord of the Rings, so I'm really excited to get started. Excuse me. So yeah, the way this game works is actually a bit of a misnomer that is called Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, because it's actually sort of a bit of Fellowship of the Ring and then the Two Towers. We'll talk a little bit more about why that is later. But anyway, let's get started. The branching path of the different characters does not start until the third level, so you still have a little bit of time to swing in favor of Aragorn. I know that Legolas is currently winning, but we select easy difficulty. We are playing on the easiest difficulty just because the only thing that really changes is that enemies just become spongier and it just goes on for a lot longer. All right, so time will start when I skip this opening cutscene, which is in 3, 2, 1, go. So we actually start long ago before the events of any of the films. We are currently playing as Isildur in the original Battle for Middle Earth against Sauron. If you've seen the films, you should you'll know where this is and how this all works. So Isildur, this acts as our tutorial. This attacks as our this is what you should do. This is how you should attack. This is how you should defend. We could kind of completely ignore the actual instructions. We have all of Isildur's abilities unlocked here, so we are instantly going into this combo. I'm trying to get as many perfect kills as I possibly can. I'm not doing a very good job, actually, because I haven't got any perfect kills yet. We now have these shielded enemies, which are really easy to dispatch with this combo. There we go. Right, now I'm in perfect mode. So, by killing enemies effectively, dealing damage effectively, you can see there is a meter in the bottom left-hand corner that is now glowing. It's now stopped. If you are in perfect mode, you get the meter to full. Oh, I am just getting stopped out of every combo that I try here. As we are now, then every kill is perfect. You do more damage in perfect mode, and you get more experience for those kills. And that's what we're trying to do. We want to finish this level with as much experience as we possibly can, because it will help going into the later levels. Should say this level is completely on a strict timer. There is nothing we can do to speed this up. There is nothing we can do to slow it down apart from not pause the game, I suppose. These cutscenes that play in the middle of the levels are completely unskippable. We just have to wait through them. So we move on to the next section. So we now got a combination of these enemies. We're just going to continue to use Isildur's Judgment. It is the best combo in the game. It instantly dispatches. It can dispatch if you get the positioning correct. 2 shielded enemies. Oh, but the enemies are being very nasty here with how quickly they're breaking me out of my combo. So with the perfect level, you are rewarded and the meter goes up if you manage to chain attacks together, but it goes down again if you get hit. And it's a little bit of RNG as to sometimes enemies can be really aggressive, sometimes they can be really passive. These seem to be really aggressive today. Let's hope that doesn't stick throughout the whole run. But that's the end of this level. I'm probably a little under-leveled there, but we'll see. So again, in-game cutscenes like this we can't skip. Eventually it transitions to actually use footage from the movie. Those ones we can skip. So Isildur gets wrecked, and then the transition. So that's the first level done. So we see Isildur get all of his... Here's how we did. Ideally, I want that mission experience hit 5,000. I don't think it's going to. I think I'm going to be a little under. Oh, no, that was actually pretty much bang on. That's good. Happy with that. We'll now move into our second level, Weathertop. This is the only level where we must play as Aragorn. And this level's quite fast, and the end of this level is where the branching path is going to kick in. So now really is your last chance to snipe, to change the outcome of the bid war.
Frodo, keep away from them.
So we can only attack the ring wraiths with fire. So I have to keep going back to the fire to make sure it's switched on. I'm going to dispatch that one pretty quickly. We're in perfect mode. Luckily, perfect mode retains during cutscenes, so the timer on it running out pauses. I want to try and take out these last few ring wraiths in perfect mode. I'll probably get the first one. I'll probably run out before the second one. Oh, no, I've already run out. So now I just want to try and... There we go. Slam them as quick as possible. Get back into perfect mode. And we're done. Right. Insta, could I have the final result, please?
Let me refresh the page in case something hasn't come in. Nothing else has come in. So that, as things stand, Legolas has won at £15. Aragorn is at £5. So
right.
Legolas is the winner.
So we will completely skip upgrading Aragorn. We don't need to upgrade Aragorn because we're not going to play as him. And we now continue our journey as Legolas. So the major difference between Aragorn and Legolas is Aragorn focuses on his sword, whereas Legolas focuses on his bow. There is also Gimli to play as. I haven't touched Gimli yet. Gimli is like hard mode when it comes to speedrunning because he is very slow. I've given it a try and I did not have a lot of fun. So at the moment I am focusing on these two. So for Legolas, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some extra XP from there. Because he is... Legolas and Gimli both start slightly underleveled compared to Aragorn, because Aragorn had a one-level head start. You know, he got 5,000 extra XP from doing Weathertop. So we meet up where the Fellowship has formed. The decision has been made to get Frodo to Mordor, and we are on our way to the Mines of Moria because the pathway over the mountain has been blocked by Saruman. And
my cousin Balin give us a royal welcome.
Thank you, Gimli. Gimli explaining the situation much better than I ever could. So in this level, as you notice, we are trying to avoid encounters as much as possible. We are just running through, completely ignoring every enemy, and trying to get to the other end relatively unscathed. I will get blocked a little bit here. Come on, push through. There we go. We're all good. Try and ignore the attacks. Past this guy. That was pretty good, actually. We'll go around the outside of this rock. We're going to skirt along the edge of the lake here, because if you go too far in, then, well, you'll see in a second, we're now sort of ankle deep in it, so we slow down a bit. Run past these guys, run past all of these, see if we can get... Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Push me forwards. Ideally, we want to get hit in the back, so we get nudged forwards, which is great. And then we do have a boss fight. Here, the Watcher in the Water, I believe this creature is called. So this one we do have to fight. So what's going to happen with the Watcher is he is going to pick up his tentacles. This is all RNG based. We don't know what's going to happen. Oh, he's going to go all 3 tentacles at once. I'm going to slice one off. He's going to come up. I'm going to fire a bow at him. Oh, I didn't quite get that second one. And what we want to try and do is chain breaking his tentacles. So we don't just want to go and chop off all the tentacles all at once. Oh, I didn't actually... There we go. Now chop that one off, and he'll come back up. Now chop that one off, and he'll come back up, and that's done. A little bit of... the first chain didn't really work, but the last 3 were chained together quite nicely. Fell beast! And so we enter the Mines of Moria.
Lord of Durin, Lord of Moria.
Skip that cutscene. And now we do need to start upgrading. So what we're going to take here, we need 2 things. First of all, we need Elrond's Swift Terror. We need a combo. And we want Rivendell Longbow because we want Legolas's bow to be empowered. We're now in the Mines of Moria, and we have pretty much a horde mode here, so completely different from the previous level. We are trying to take out as many goblins as possible, as quickly as we can, whilst in perfect mode, and with a slightly different method of doing that from the first level. Works the same for both Legolas and Aragorn, but what we want to do is we want to use our new combo to get into perfect mode. And then, once we're in perfect mode, as long as the enemies aren't shielded, and these shielded goblins can cause a real problem, we can just stand in the doorway and just hit them with our bow. And in perfect mode, it's an instant kill with the bow. So now we're just going to stand here and we are going to bow as many enemies as we possibly can. Hopefully, as they come through the door, as soon as perfect mode wears off, we go back into trying to get into a combo. Not quite. Come on. Oh. Legolas starts off more difficult than Aragorn, but by the end of the run, he's much easier because his bow is so much more powerful. Part of the reason for that is Legolas, because he's an elf, of course, because he's an elf, he provides a lot more flourish with his attacks. So you'll notice, like with his with this fierce combo of the 2 swords, he does a spin in the air. When he does this combo, so he sort of twirls his swords round before he lands the combo. So he can be a bit tricky to start landing abilities on because of this flourish. Aragorn is much more just straight to the point. Just, bam, bam. Thank you, man. That wasn't where I was intending to send that sentence, but I did. I do hope there's going to be some health at some point, because I haven't taken a bit of damage. Oh, there we go. Green pots. Green pots are our best friend. Green pots immediately restore you to full health. Red pots restore about half of your health, maybe a little less. Shielded enemies and slam. Hate shielded enemies. Oh, okay. Time is finished. We now have a cave troll to take care of. So what we're going to do here, we're actually going to ignore the cave troll for the moment. We want to get into perfect mode again before we fight it. So I need to hopefully get a combo off. Come on. Come on. I'm desperately trying to avoid not getting hit by the troll and breaking all of my... No, leave me alone, troll. I'll deal with you in a second. There we go. Right. Now we are going to combo our fierce attack. Get it into stage 2. And one well-placed bow should finish it off. Lovely. Apart from getting into perfect mode in the first place, that was pretty good. So we see how we got on. Pretty good. We can start taking we didn't level up, so we can't get the next lot of stuff, but we can take a couple of level 2's abilities, and we are now done with the level 2 abilities. We head into Aim on Hen. This is the last level of the Fellowship of the Ring. So this is where Merry and Pippin have been kidnapped by the Uruk-hai. Frodo and Sam are breaking away from the Fellowship to head to Mordor on their own. And so we are going to provide a good enough distraction so that they can get away. We're introduced to Uruk-hai. These are lesser armoured Uruk-hai. There are worse Uruk-hai later on. And this level is kind of a combination of things, because we have you'll note in the top right hand corner we have a counter. I'm just gonna get some health. We have a counter of enemies, which is currently at 59. So we want to make our way to the end of this level as quickly as possible, but also that counter needs to get to 0 before we get to the end. Well, as we get to the end. So it's not quite, just go through as quick as possible. Slam those, that should be perfect. In the Archer Urukai, go down in one bow hit when you're imperfect. Oh, I got a hit there, thank you. There we go, that'll do. We can use our Elven Fury here, which is that move. I already hit one of them with it, lovely. But I am back in perfect mode now, so I'm going to just bow, 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 bow. Oh, out of perfect. Just bow these guys down. Oh, I'm going to... Oh, that didn't quite get me into... Come on, get into perfect. There we go. In fact, I'm just going to use the combo again because it's just going to be easier. Again, anytime I go past an archer, I could, if I can get back into perfect mode now, that'd be ideal. Oh, you just wasn't quite enough. Never mind. So we're going to go into this little cutscene here. They're going to throw some fire at me. As I'm not imperfect, it is going to be 3 hits for each of these, but it's a little safer. You can just go through the fire, but it's a little safer to take them out. In a marathon run, I'm definitely going to play some of this a little safer than I normally would. So Frodo's hiding. We need to speed up our efforts. Make sure he can get away. There's going to be a guy here, so I'm going to hit him, and then, ow. Oh, gotta finish him off because he's on the ground. Slam. Hopefully that's back into lovely. Some Urukai go down in 1 hit with a perfect bow hit. Some go down in 2. It's weird that sometimes it's different. Well, I thought I was hitting someone. Still at 19. We're actually right at the end of the level now. We're still at 90. 17 now, so we've got a little bit of work to do before we finish. We're going to go on the bridge. We get surrounded. And the end of the level is just beyond this bridge. So I'm going to get another combo. Nice. Back into perfect. And then just bow, 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 bow. As much as possible bow. We've still got 5 left, so hopefully some more are going to come in. Yep, some more are coming in here. There we go. That's enough killed, and we are right at the exit, which is great. So we go straight into the boss fight against Lurtz. So this is the Urukai who's now killed. Well, Boromir's on his deathbed. We do a few shots on him here, just dodge the first one, and now we go into a sword fight. There's these little statues around. What we want to do is get him to attack one of the statues. He'll get locked onto it, and then we can just do a combo into him. There we go. He'll break out of it. Try and get him into another one. And done. Lovely. Boromir is dying, and now Boromir is dead. Poor Boromir. So that's it with Fellowship of the Ring. So the reason... Oh, we hit level 4, so we now need to start getting some of the level 4 upgrades. In fact, we hit level 5 as well, which is lovely. That was a really good mission for kills. So in the level 4 upgrade tree, we want to take Rising Attack, and we want to take Longthorian Longbow, and that's it. That's all we need from level 4. We don't need anything else. So now we can just hoard until we get to level 6. So now head into Fangorn Forest. We are on the trail of Merry and Pippin, trying to save them. Fangorn Forest is quite a unique level in that we don't have a singular thing to do here. Every single bit of Fangorn Forest has its own strategy. So some runners really love this level. And some runners hate it. I really love this level because I love that there's a little strategy for everything. I'm going to try and get my combo to land. Nope. That's really tricky. It's much easier as... Oh, I got into perfect, though. That first fight is much easier as Aragorn. Because his Fury attack is a lot faster than Legolas's. he's going to take a step back, and as he swings forwards, we hit him with the Fury attack. And head through the forest. So I talked earlier about the fact that this game combines Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers. The reason for that is this game is developed by EA. And it is completely based off the movie. It is they retained they got the rights to make games based on the Lord of the Rings movie IP. They did not have that when Fellowship of the Ring came out, and there is a Fellowship of the Ring game developed by Ubisoft. I think it's Ubisoft, which has no relation to the film at all. It was released around the same time to sort of bank off of it, but it is just based on the overall Lord of the Rings IP rather than the film. So when EA came along and got the rights to actually make official games tied into the movies, they started with this and sort of did a oh, that wasn't very nice. Get out of my way. We're going to ignore these enemies. We're going to ignore a lot of these enemies. There's going to be some archers there. We're going to ignore them as well. Start wading through this river. There's going to be some enemies that pop up out of the water. You can just see them hiding in the water. We'll ignore them. We'll do a little hop back and head into the waterfall. So that's why EA kind of did a combination of Two Towers and Fellowship of the Rings for this game. There is, of course, the Return of the King sequel game, which is a lot bigger, and it's a lot harder as well. I have been playing it casually. So we, cave troll, forest troll, gonna just do this combo with our fierce attack. We're not doing the full fierce attack combo. A fierce attack combo is usually a 2-hit, so it goes up and then down. Whereas we just time it out so that we just hit the upswing over and over. Get rid of the fierce attack on... Oh, he got me. I'm going to have to do this differently. I'm going to block an attack and then fierce attack into the ground and then finish him off. Oh, I got some health from that. Oh. One of the nasty things about the... I'm just going to run. One of the nasty things about the combo system... and... Oh... I am... Oh, dear. Right, I'm going to play this safe, because I am actually low on health. I really don't want to have to start most of this mission again. Right, let's take out these enemies before they cause me... There we... Okay, that's fine. One of them dropped a green health pot. I'm fine. We're going to go into this little horde mode section here. We want to get into a... want to get into perfect mode, ideally. Come on. Still not there. There we go. And now we can just bow. And here, for some reason, we only need to kill goblins. We'll end up killing other enemies as well because they're around. But our path forward is blocked until we kill all of the goblins. We can completely ignore everything else. Bow. Oh, he didn't hit. That bow didn't hit. We done? Hey, there we go. So you cannot break that log until all of the goblins are dead. And then just to finish this level off, 2 forest trolls at the same time. So do the same thing we did with the other 2, which is go up to them, start a combo like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm in perfect, actually. That's going to speed this up significantly. There's a little bit of XP in there. Break that. Oh, go on, break that. And that is Fangorn Forest done. And this is where the trio come across the White Wizard.
What do you see, Legolas? The White
I
Wizard.
just said that, Legolas. Of course, it's not Saruman. It is the reincarnation of Gandalf. And if you know the films, you know what it's all about. Probably won't hit level 6 off of that, which is fine. We're not expected to hit level 6 at this point. So we don't need any more upgrades. We can hoard that 22,000 XP and move on to the Rohan section of the game. So we now head to Rohan to seek their assistance. There's a whole bit with getting the king to stop being sort of mind controlled essentially by Saruman. And now we need to save the village because it is under attack by Saruman's forces. We are introduced to the heavily armored Heavily armored Urukai. These are the bad boys. Room. Oh, nice. Room perfect. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. In we go. Now, this level, again, every level is a little bit unique in sort of how it pans out. We want to get through this level as quickly as possible, but you'll notice we have a new meter in the top right-hand corner with an old woman and a girl in it, and that meter goes down. Oh, there's some XP here. I'm just going to get it just because it's safe. Go on, Gandalf. So that meter goes down as villagers die. So the more villagers that die, the more that meter goes down. If that meter drops to 0 before we finish the level, it's game over and we have to start this mission all over again from scratch. I do have a route that I prefer to ignore some of them. So you'll see that all the enemies in there, I completely ignored. Some of those villagers will die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the good of speed. So yeah, this level can be a bit nasty, particularly to try and optimize. There are certainly much better optimizations for getting through this nice and quickly, but they run the risk of failure if you don't do them well. So I take a sort of half and half approach. So like those enemies, they're optional. You could leave them alone. My meter's fine at the moment. If my meter was any lower than it currently is, I would probably be worried. But we should be okay here. This next area is kind of nasty because there is going to be a berserker appear at the top. Is he here? Is he here? There he is. I need to try and take him out quickly. Ideally, you want to be imperfect to take him out, but I really don't want him to kill those villagers because that really drops the meter down. We're going to take out all the enemies here before we can move on. There we go. They're all gone. We can break through here. And we move into the final bits of the level. So the Urukai are going to chuck some people into that burning building and block it. We need to save them and then kill all the Urukai, and the level is over. I really, really hope I don't get this one thing that sometimes happens where the meter just seems to completely drop to 0 out of nowhere. I'm in a good place with the meter, so I feel confident. This is the one level I was really worried about for the marathon, for a marathon run. Oh. Berserkers are my least favourite. I hate Berserkers. They are horrible, horrible scum of an enemy. Right, we've got perfect, so I'm now just going to switch to my bow. One of the awkward things about the bow, it's not too bad in levels like this. There we go, I think I've taken all of the enemies out. So just break that. They're free, and there is some XP over here. Oh, I couldn't get it in time. That's all right. I got plenty of spare XP, so don't worry too much about getting that one. So one of the nasty things about the bow in this game is characters have a level of prioritization when it comes to targets. So typically range... Oh, I did not... I am already level 8. I did not need to worry about getting that extra XP. Yeah, this is a lot more XP than I normally would have. So we're going to take Elrond's Judgment. We're going to take Elven Bow Mastery. And... Oh, I missed... Oh, yeah. Going to take Dragonfire Arrows. We're going to take Gilgad's Rage. And apart from that health upgrade, I'm done. Yeah, this is a lot further ahead in levels than I normally would be. Marathon safety does pay off sometimes. So yeah, typically ranged enemies will get prioritized first, and then things like explosives and sort of environmental stuff. And it can be a real pain at times where you want to be hitting the enemy that's right in front of you, wailing on your face, but Legolas is like, nah, there's a ranged enemy 50 feet away that I've got to shoot first. This level we want to get through. This is a get through to the end as quickly as possible. We can't just run through. There's too many enemies. But we have these explosive devices that we can destroy instead to get through nice and quickly. It's going to wait for these enemies. Oh, okay, never mind. And I need to try and get past these dudes. Normally I would have killed those with the explosive devices, but I was a little trigger happy. I thought Legolas was going to hit the enemy in front of him. Because he didn't, because priority. Oh. So some of the upgrades we've got now make Legolas very, very powerful. He has, we have mithril arrows, which means his arrows do more damage, and they now also pierce. And we have dragonfire arrows, which means enemies that are... Oh, I'm just going to take the hit. Dragonfire arrows, which means enemies that we hit are set on fire. So yeah, at this point on, Legolas becomes a lot easier than other characters because his bow is just ridiculous. He has a max of 60 arrows instead of Aragorn's 30. And oh, that was a really nice time for a health upgrade. For a health pot. And I believe Gimli gets hatchets rather than a bow. I think his are limited to 25 or 20. Oh, there was fire there. So there's a neat little glitch with the game there. I charged up my Fury attack and I killed that kamikaze enemy with the Fury attack. And for some reason, if you do that, you don't take damage from the explosion. It's only the Fury attack. It's quite difficult to land it as Legolas because, again, because he has his Elven Flurry, his Fury attack is a lot slower to wind up than Aragorn's. Pick these out. And our objective in this final area is we need to destroy... I'm just going to take the hit from that. We need to destroy the barrels at the back there. As soon as Legolas wants... There we go. And again, you saw priority kick in there. So I needed to hit these barrels, but Legolas first wanted to attack the ranged characters. Then, after the ranged were all dead, there was a kamikaze over on the left-hand side. That was the next priority. And then after that, the environmental, the thing we actually had to destroy, was the priority. So we were able to ignore the shielded enemies and just hit the barrels. As Aragorn does not have more impressive bows, he has a tendency to just run up to the explosive barrels and just whack them once instead, because you just can't get through the enemies quickly enough. Oh, I still actually don't have mithril arrows. We'll get those on after the next one. All right. This is probably the fastest level in the game, Gap of Rohan. This is a boss fight. So what's going to happen here is we're going to get attacked by the Warg Riders. If I can get into perfect mode, this fight will be over very, very quickly. So here come the Wargs, the Riders. So we're just going to bow them. There we go. That's 2 down already. There is some XP in that barrel. I do not need it. I'm way ahead of XP, which is really good in a marathon setting. Now we have the actual boss fight. So the wolves are going to charge forwards. I'm going to just get around the outside and do one swift combo. Oh, and I got hit by the other one. Lovely. All right, we'll just bow him then. Get bowed. Get bowed. Get bowed. And then for the last one, we have a specific strat that we're going to do. He's invincible until we get him into a certain state. So we're just going to let him attack me a couple of times until he gets over to this side. Charge up a bow. Hit him, and then one Fury attack, which hopefully, yay, managed to hit him with the backswing of the Fury attack as well. So that ends nice and quickly. And hopefully here we can get our final upgrades. So mithril arrows and back to level 6 to get Force of Galadriel. Oh, I still don't quite have enough for Force of Galadriel, which is just a health boost. Oh, and I accidentally went into the save section. Yeah, we don't want to save. All right, and now we join probably what people probably expect to be the most exciting section of the game. This is Helm's Deep. This is the battle for Helm's Deep. The people of Rohan have evacuated Rohan and gone to their hold at Helm's Deep. We have the ladders, we have the attacking enemies, and And yeah, when you first sort of play this casually, you're like, oh yeah, this is it. You know, we're on the Helm's Deep battlefront. It's, you know, there's so much stuff going on. We get to kill every enemy, and oh, this is just going to be really, really cool. And then you learn how to speedrun it, and all of that goes out of the window. This level, so prepare yourselves, folks. This level is an 8.5 minute set timer, and all we do is kick down ladders. As you'll have seen throughout the run, at the end of every level, we get a score. We get scored based on, you know, based on how many enemies we've killed and how good those kills were, and that does take up time. So for this level at this point, we are already, apart from one health upgrade, I've already got every upgrade I need for the rest of the run. So we have no necessity to get any XP. So the fastest thing we can do is not kill any enemies and just keep running around, taking down ladders. It is a fixed timer. There is nothing we can do to speed it up. It is 8.5 minutes. There are some cutscenes in the middle of it to sort of show our progress. The archers now attack. The only thing I might have to do is if the meter in the top right gets a bit full, I might have to take out some enemies just to slow them down a bit. But as long as we're staying on top of the ladders and kicking them down, we should be absolutely fine. Maybe if I could get a little bit of XP just so that I can get the final health upgrade before the next level would be nice, but it's not hugely important. But yeah. So you may have also noticed at this run, I have not really stopped talking and given Insta a chance to jump in with anything. That's because I was saving it for this. You got about 6 minutes, Insta. Go for it. If he's here. I don't think he's here. So yeah. Running around kicking down ladders. I'm trying to think trying to think of what else. I was really hoping InstaSim would be back from making. Oh, I hear the noise. Is that InstaSim back from making? Yeah,
sorry,
he's here.
Yeah. I'm currently just making lunch, so my toaster's probably going to pop in a minute. But we did have a £20 donation actually.
Woo!
Sorry about that. It's from Ugyu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I can see them in the chat. I see many great runs today. Good luck, everyone. Much love. And it goes towards the blindfolded incentive for Rhythm Heaven Fever. And it also goes towards the astronaut hat for the Ollie Oop run as well. So that means that Rhythm Heaven Fever blindfolded has reached £40 out of 50. Ooh. Which means only £10 left to donate to see that blindfolded. Now that run is a bit later on, so we don't need to rush in to get to meet that incentive, but it only needs £10 more. But one thing I do have to mention is due to that £20 donation, sadly we've skipped over Absolute Perfection.
Nah.
So we've gone from £59 to £79, and we've sadly skipped the Perfection of £69, which shame on you, but thank you for the donation anyway. So yeah, but don't forget, of course, the Ollie Oop run I think is like 2 runs away. So yeah, so it's not the next run, it's the run after the next one. So if anybody would like to donate to that poll as well, !donate in the chat. That will bring up the link to the donation page, which will allow you to select a poll. There's a drop down. I am in the process of updating the website actually, so I'll make it a little bit more intuitive. That was my toaster. I'll go and sort that out in just a second. But I am hoping to make an update to the website to make it slightly more intuitive, because I know at the moment it's a little bit outdated and a little bit janky, but I am in the process of updating it. It's just taken a while because effort and stuff, I guess, and I'm lazy. But it's something I have been in the process of doing. In any case, there is now £20 towards the astronaut hat or the Ollie Oop run. So if anybody would like to boost that, or if anybody would like to see a different hat win that particular poll, then be sure to put your donations towards it. Our donation total as things stand now stands at £79. And I've not had any new donations in whilst I was talking, but if anybody wants to put any more donations in, !donate in the chat if you're on Twitch. There's a link in the description if you're on YouTube. and that will take you to the donation page as well. I'm gonna make my dinner. I'm gonna lunch, I should say. So I won't be talking for like a few minutes.
So I've never seen that happen before. I managed to kick down both ladders with the same kick. That's never happened. That looked really cool. So we are nearly done. There will be one more cutscene that plays in the middle of this, where they start firing catapults. And then from there, it means there's just a little over a minute left. I've done fine. I did take a detour to grab a health potion just to be on the safe side. There's 3 green health potions that are just set in the level. So it's a really nice. Oh, okay, there's Aragorn telling us to get down. That's a good indicator that we are closing in on that final cutscene. More Urukai turning up. The final wave of enemies, it does include berserkers as well, so it can get a bit nasty. I say it might be worth me just getting a little bit of XP just to get that final health upgrade. There's only 2 levels left after this one, and they are quite intense. Here we go. So we've got about just over a minute left following this cutscene. So they're going to fire the catapult. You really, really do not want to get hit by these catapults. They are nasty. Oh. One thing that's if you do want to get any XP in this level, just a little bit, the best thing you can try and do is kick an enemy off the edge, because it automatically gives you an excellent kill for kicking an enemy off the edge. So I'm going to try go on Berserker because I hate Berserker. There we go. Oh. I didn't actually kick him off the edge, I just kicked him enough until he died. Alright, just gonna stab you. Bit of XP. Oh, my finishing blow stab didn't even land. Oh, no, I want to kick. Kick, there we go. Kicking an enemy off a ladder whilst he's climbing it doesn't count as a kill. The enemy only truly counts as being in the level once they're actually up on the wall. That was nice. Kicked the enemy off and the ladder at the same time. That's efficiency. That is killing efficiency. I can hear the music. We are very, very... There we go. The elves show up to where have you been all this time? To finish the enemies off. And that is the end of... Of the first, there are 3 Helm's Deep levels. The other two are also going to be Helm's Deep. So the next level is one big, massive horde mode, but it's not a random horde mode. The waves that come in are completely set, and we need to do our best to try and take them out, obviously, as quickly as possible. So I did get enough XP just to get that final health upgrade. It would just make this final chapter little bit safer. It's back to level 6, Force of Galadriel. Yeah, I definitely haven't missed anything else. Cool, so we are as upgraded as we want to be. So now going to Breached Wall. So at the end of the previous level, one of the Berserkers managed to get through, blow a massive hole in the wall. So we are now exposed. And we need to take these out. For some reason, you are left alone to do this. Your 2 companions who were with you on the wall do not show up. They're clearly off doing other things. No other units decide to come and help you. But so we are left to deal with this big wave of enemies all on our own. This is much easier as Legolas because his bow is so upgraded. The idea of setting enemies on fire... obviously, Aragorn does not get that on his bow. He does get that on his fury attacks. So, you know, it sort of shows how Legolas is very much focused on his bow, whilst Aragorn is very much focused on his sword. Gimli, I couldn't really tell you how he works because I just haven't properly looked into it. One downside of Dragonfire arrows, as you may notice, is these Berserkers don't always die straight away. You hit them with a bow and they set on fire, and then they explode, which does slow things down a little bit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a bit awkward. What I want to do here is I want to let these enemies get past me. I still can't hit them from their shields, but if I just let them walk past me, they'll expose their backs to me. I do believe there's still one left. There he is. There we go. Right, now they're all gone. So yeah, we want to with these enemies just blast, blast, blast. They will naturally try and run past me, which is absolutely fine. We'll get loads more arrows. But yeah, with the shielded enemies, let them run past, and then hit them. They'll get hit with the dragon fire, and then they'll die. There's another one. Assuming I hit him. Did I actually hit that one? Oh, I have now. I heard that hit. Grab some more arrows. We can't grab the arrows over there. So the whole point of this is at the very far end of the level there is a gate, and you can see the gate has a health bar. We just have to make sure that still some enemies over there. As soon as there we go, enemies are all gone. As soon as you get to a position where you are like completely free to aim, that's when you know that they're all gone. Yeah, there's still one down there. There we go. Oh, they're all dead. Lovely. That was nice and fast. Just going to move a little further down. No, I think I'm good. This is where they start to get a bit nasty. Oh, and I'm getting wrecked, which is lovely. If you do get into a position where there's like one enemy left, then you'll just get hordes of kamikazes just constantly. We now have the same combo that I had right at the start of the game as Isildur, so we will use that a bit as well. I want to try and get behind him. Oh, taking quite a bit of damage there. Oh, hello. You managed to slip by me. And obviously the other thing that we try and do... oh, I was really low on ammo there. The other thing we try and do is use the kamikaze enemies to kill other enemies as well, because the explosion from them will kill others. I don't think anyone's down. Sometimes you can get into a situation where there is an enemy down here and he's not actually attacking. This is good. The Urukai and the Berserker... What? The Urukai and the Berserker showing up means that we progressed correctly. So now the archers come in. Just going to quickly take you guys out. Stab. Oh, we get a perfect kill. Take out the archers as quickly as possible. Oh, hello. Lovely. Get some more health. So now they are positioning the catapults. And they also brought another troll. This troll won't take damage from the bow, so we do need to lure him out. And just as we have done in the past... Oh, hey. Hey! Let me hit you! Arrgh. Oh, I'm just a little... There we go. There we go, right, we're good. Oh, no, that was still the explosion. I'm really not liking this troll. There we go, the troll is now dead. Alright, and what we're going to do here for this final bit is this Berserker, he will not try and kill me. We're just going to try and block him, stop him from getting over there. Because in this is the final wave. We're going to bring in this catapult. We need to get to the catapult as quickly as possible and destroy its armor. As soon as we destroy its armor, the level ends. But by blocking this berserker, he's still going. The berserker, the kamikaze, he's still going to be here when this picks up. Legolas will have moved back towards the door, and hopefully I can blow him up and kill the leader. But he didn't. He wasn't quite in the right place. Oh no, I just got some help from him, so that's nice. So try and get past these guys as quick as possible. We want to get into perfects, ideally. There we go. And then... No! Leave me alone! Oh, that'll do. Oh, I am not in a good spot here. Right. Leave me alone. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, I really, really don't want to have to start this level again. No, there's fire there. Right, I'm going to move away because I am worried here. There's a health pot there. Oh, green health pot. There we go. Good, 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 good. The other problem I've got right now is the door is about to be destroyed by the catapult. You should be good. They're leaving me alone, and we're good. Done. Ooh, a little sketchy at the end there. I was worried, but we're done. We're fine. We got through it. Unfortunately, as with like every level in this game, a death or a failure in most cases is restarting the level from scratch. If that had happened, we'd have loaded a save and just gone straight. We were right at the end. We would have just loaded an old save and gone to the final mission. But thankfully, we don't have to. This run is still valid.
Right, I'm back, by the way, just to let you know.
Cool. We now have the longest one of these to sit through, because we had to kill every single enemy that came our way. So we do have to sit here just for a moment. We go into the final level, the Hornberg Courtyard. So this is just a final, it's kind of on a timer, kind of a horde. We don't need any upgrades, so I can completely skip that. And then the level, the timer ends when the final cutscene plays. So here, the Helm's Deep has been fully breached. We are on kind of the final fight before they get into the keep. And we are doing our best to protect yet another gate. And this is one of those nasty video game logic things where the whole objective here is to stop this gate from being destroyed. However, the very last thing that happens in the cutscene is the gate gets destroyed anyway. So it's always really nasty when that happens. Like, what was the point? I'm going to get a game over if that gate gets destroyed. But even if I succeed, the gate gets destroyed anyway. What was the point? In this first section, there are a lot of shielded enemies. We will get into perfect very quickly. Try and use the bow to kill any non-shielded enemies. But really, it is just easier to just keep using our deliverance combo, judgment combo, because shielded enemies. Once we're in perfect, we can just try and blast. One of the nice things about this, though, with the shielded enemies is because there's a lot of NPC allies in the level. A lot of the shielded enemies aren't looking at us. I want to try and stand here, because the next place we've got to go is up there. Nice. Straight back into perfect. So we can just skirt along the edge and just try and hit them. There we go. That's nice. Okay, we move into the next bit. So Aragorn is under attack from another Uruk-hai captain. So we're now going to go up and rescue him. You can see he now gets his own health meter. Hopefully I don't get blocked by a guard here, because that guard likes... I'm going to break that, because that guard likes to block. And yeah, we're just going to keep firing until Aragorn's health bar disappears. There we go. As soon as it disappears, we know we've done everything. Stop here, because that blast will do a huge amount of damage if you get hit by it. Gimli is now a little bit overwhelmed. So we now need to get down there and kill the Uruk-hai that are now attacking the fence. Fence, gate. It's just a fence. Oh. The sometimes battling the camera in this game is a bit awkward. As I came out of that cutscene, I was holding right to continue moving right, and for some reason the game thought, oh, I'm going to move you left instead. Because it's funky like that. Get a lot of shielded enemies here, so I'm just going to keep using my judgment combo. Oh, nasty. Right, let's try and get back into perfect and start bowing these guys. There we go. We just stand still. Oh. Oh, that did not work. Ow. Come on, get hit. Thank you. Boom. There we go. That's what that combination is for. Taking out one shielded enemy and then immediately taking out another. Don't even need to be in perfect mode to be using the bow because I've got Dragonfire and Mithril arrows. You know, enemies will go down very, very quickly anyway. We're waiting. There we go. We're waiting for our next queue. Archers on the wall. We now need to head up here and take out every archer that's on the wall. So just stand here, keep firing over there until Gimli asks for help. We go back, and we are on the final little bit. There's going to be one more mid-level cutscene that comes up where a couple more cave trolls are introduced. And here the shielded enemies are mostly replaced by Urukai and Berserkers now. So we can just stand here and bow them. Our bow is also powerful enough to just knock these Berserkers down, which is great because, as I said before, I hate Berserkers. They are the worst. Go away. Leave me alone. I've been in more movies than you have. I'm Orlando Bloom. So we have two trolls. Time will be when both trolls are dead and the final cutscene starts playing. These are cave trolls, not forest trolls, so they do take damage from my arrows. So I can just keep firing, and we will just keep firing at the trolls until they die. There we go, and that is time! That's a really nice finish as well. I will definitely have a look at retiming the exact Legolas portion of this run. There's a good chance that could have been a PB. For Legolas and Gimli, timing actually starts when you start the first Moria level. You don't do the prologue and the Aragorn bit as Legolas and Gimli. That's only in an Aragorn run. But for the purposes of marathon and the bid war and all that, it makes sense to do those two first. So I'm definitely going to retime. It's all done in RTA, so retiming it to work out what my actual time was. It could have been a PB because there was a couple of sections there that was really, really good. Yeah, that is Lord of the Rings Two Towers, at least as Legolas. There are 3 other characters that you can play through as, Aragorn, Gimli, and a secret unlockable character. It's just a Sildor. You start the game as a Sildor with all of your upgrades unlocked. It's a bit of fun. But yeah, Helm's Deep is broken through, and we get the sort of final output from Saruman about what's to come next, and the game teases Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Anyway, I've been Nick RP Green. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Nick RP Green, or just search Nick RP Green anywhere: Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok, my website, nickrpgreen.com. I'm also heading up the Albion Speedrun Collective, which InstaSim is one of our restream leads for. We've got a live event in Manchester, the 11th and 12th of April. Schedule for that is already out. So please go and check that out at albionspeedrun.co.uk. I'm also a hotfix showrunner for GDQ. The show Fast Travel every other Friday. I had an episode this Friday just gone, so my next episode is 2 weeks from now, so yeah, check that out. And of course, please keep your donations coming in for Everyone Can. Albion Speedrun Collective is also raising money for Everyone Can, because we think it's a fantastic charity, so please keep those donations coming in. Let's see that blindfolded incentive get met. It's only £10 away. And thank you, InstaSim, once again for letting me showcase another run on your wonderful marathon.
No problem at all. Thank you for taking part, and with 2 runs at the InstaSpeedathon as well. And as Nick mentioned there, if you would like to donate to the Everyone Can fundraiser, then if you type ! donate in the chat if you're on Twitch, or there's a link in this, the very first link in the description on YouTube. That will take you to the donation page where you can stick your donations in for everyone can towards the fundraiser. We do take a 10% cut from donations just so we can cover running costs, because sadly these events are not free to put on, but we enjoy doing it anyway. But just to cover our own running costs, that 10% cut is taken. But you can also add that to your donation as well by selecting the option on the donation form. And there are also incentives and polls that you can donate to as well. So there's a poll for not the next run, but the run after the next one, which is the Alley-Oop All Missions run, which is a hat choice. Currently, the astronaut hat is winning at £20, but there are 4 other hat options that you can choose on there as well if you'd like to choose a different one, or if you'd like to boost the astronaut hat with a donation, then by all means do so. The blindfolded incentive for the Rhythm Heaven Fever run, which is taking place later on today. That's currently at £40 out of £50, so that only needs £10 more to actually meet. If we are to meet that incentive, then we will watch that run blindfolded, and that's to say the runner will be blindfolded, obviously not the viewers. We'll just have to enjoy watching it blindfolded. There is also the night walk incentive for the same run, but that currently has no donations towards it. If anybody would like to see that, then be sure to add that to your donation as well. I will read out donations periodically as they come in as well, and the total you see on screen is the total we will eventually be donating to everyone can. That total stands at £79, which is absolutely incredible, but I do want to see that number go even higher. I want us to donate a lot of money to everyone can, because they do so much great work. They have a gaming centre in Manchester. Both myself and Nick have actually visited that gaming centre, and it's absolutely incredible. They host gaming sessions there for disabled people, and just for anyone who wants to go and have a gaming session, and they provide accessible facilities for people with disabilities as well, and provide them with support and resources to be able to play games, so they can so that everybody can enjoy playing games with one another regardless of disability or anything else like that. The next run that we are going to see at InstaSpeedathon 2026 is Super Mario Odyssey Kaizo Mode Any Percent by Cheese J. So we're going to go over to that in a moment's time. It'll be about 10 minutes. We'll go and see that in about 10 minutes time when it starts at 1 o'clock. So stick around for that as well, and be sure to keep all those donations coming in as well for everyone can. So the final time that I've got on my end as well for the run was 55 minutes and 10 seconds. So obviously if you need to retime that, then you can do that later on once the VOD's out and stuff like that. But anyway, but again, thank you, Nick, for the run. Again, as Nick mentioned, he is hosting the Albion Speedrun Marathon at Manchester in about 3 weeks' time on the 11th and the 12th of April. I am going to be helping out, so I will be seeing people there. There are some people from InstaSpeedathon going as well, but by all means, if anybody does want to go to that, it's at the Manchester Anime and Gaming Con in Manchester. So if anybody does want to come and visit us, then by all means do so as well. And I will be there helping out in person as well. But before we go on to the next one, Nick, do you have any final things you'd like to say before we finish?
No, I think play Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of fun Lord of the Rings games in the series, and the speedrun community is very friendly. So yeah, go check some more of those out.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for taking part with 2 runs, and we'll hopefully see you again at the next event.